Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode from analog.com. Today I'm looking at a product that will keep your plant alive, sort of. So this is my pot plant. It's a bromeliad, and you can tell it's a bromeliad because it's got this big red flower on it. What you can somewhat see is this little guy right here. It is the Flower Power. Now the Flower Power is a product made by Parrot. Now what that does is it actually keeps an eye on the plant and it measures things like light, temperature, the fertilizer, and the amount of water inside the soil. So what that means is that it's able to connect with your iPhone and tell you when you need to be watering it, when you need to fertilize it, whether you need to move it to give it more sunlight, and things like that. And that can be the difference between your plant dying and your plant surviving. Now for me, I'm not a huge green thumb, I'm not amazingly good at it. So I bought the plant, I shoved the Flower Power inside it, and I've been doing exactly what it tells me to do. One of the issues I found is that it tells you that the plant needs fertilizer. Again, not being someone who knows a lot about that, I didn't know what fertilizer, and the app doesn't actually tell you. It tells you, it knows the type of plant that you're using, it knows it needs fertilizer, but it doesn't then take the extra step and recommend which fertilizer, where you can get it from, and perhaps even could you order it from straight within the app. There is sort of some steps missing. It's almost like having an assistant that says to you, sir, you have an appointment in 10 minutes. And then that's it. You could ask the question of, what is my appointment? Where do I need to be? Do I need to do anything for it? And it will just sit there and be like, you have an appointment. That's it. So it tells you something needs to be done, it just doesn't tell you how to do it. So obviously with common sense you would probably go to a nursery and tell them, look, I've got a bromeliad, phone tells me I need to get fertilizer, what do I do? And they'll probably be like, what? You have a phone that tells you it needs? Anyway, so it'll be interesting. So the Flower Power connects to the app, does it through Bluetooth Low Energy. It takes a AAA battery inside the Flower Power and that lasts around 6 months. I haven't tested it for 6 months, but that's the average battery life. Now, it has about 7,000 different types of plants in the database, so you will likely find the plant that you're actually trying to keep alive, which is a good thing. I found the bromeliad very quickly. They even had different variations of it. I looked at the tag, I was able to find exactly the one that it was. It does notify you when you water it. It tells you can do live measurements of the sunlight and make sure you are putting it in the right spot as well to make sure it does get the right amount of sunlight. It turns your notifications into to-do items, so if you need to water it, it makes it a to-do thing. So you then click it's done, or I'll do it later, and it reminds you, you need to water your plant, you need to do that. So that's really good. So I think, and it comes in different colors. I have the brown, it comes in like a light blue and a light green, all earthy sort of colors. Now you can use it to monitor other types of plants in the same area. I've used it just on the one pot plant. The one unfortunate thing is it only works with iPhones or iOS devices. It won't work with your Androids, your Windows phones, and even BlackBerry, excuse me. So that's another downside to it. The biggest downside though is it's $80 to buy. So you do need to really, really love the plant that you're protecting. For example, with me, this bromeliad costs $40. $40 in nursery, and I've used an $80 product to protect it. Maths will tell you that I could try my best with this plant. If it dies, I could buy another one and still come in even. So yes, you do have to really like the plants that you're protecting, and you really have to have no idea about how to take care of plants because, again, common sense usually tells you that you need to water your plants regularly and that you should fertilize them, give them sunlight and things like that. Though I have been using it, my plant is still alive, it's been well over a month, possibly 2 to 3 months, and it's still surviving. That's a good thing. Again, I haven't fertilized it because I don't know the fertilizer I'm supposed to give it, so that's what it's missing out on, and that's kind of why the leaves are tarnishing a little bit as well, but we'll get to that. So a few things I would like to see improve, still more to come, but again, it's a really cool product. I can literally walk within meters of my plant, open up the app and see how my plant is doing. Sure, I could look at it, but I can do that within an app now. Thanks for watching guys, we'll see you next time.